Hi YouTube, it's VSG Joey G. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to talk about food today. Food, glorious food. It was a very rough week for me. Oh, let me start with my numbers first. I was sleeved on March 28th, 2013. It's been 3 weeks now. This is my 3-week video update. So had a really rough week. I think everybody did. In the news, so many crazy things happened in Boston, and my heart goes out to all the people in Boston. I love that town. And Texas too. I just couldn't believe that the explosion in Texas. It was just insane, insane. So my heart goes out to that town. So sad. Yeah, a very, very rough week for me. I actually gained weight this week. Let me explain everything. I'll go back. So, I was transitioning into food, from mushy food into real food, and it was a slow transition. Last weekend, we went out to our favorite Mexican restaurant here in Los Angeles, my partner Sunny and I, and we have had this. I've been going there before I met Sunny. Sunny and I have been together almost 5 years. So, let's see. I was going there maybe 2 years before that. I've been going there for 7 years, probably longer than 7 years, but I've had the same waitress for 7 years, Fran. She's amazing. I love her. She's like part of my family. She's great. She did not understand what was going on, and she speaks very good English. English is her second language. I was trying to explain to her the surgery that I had and that I can't eat a lot of food. And I really think it's in the Mexican culture for the mothers or the caregivers to be pushers of food. Let me just say that. My mom is exactly the same way. She doesn't understand when I don't finish my plate of food. She's better now. My mom totally gets it now, but when I was a kid, it was a huge, huge thing, and I didn't realize it at the time. You know, I'm a kid. I'll eat whatever you put in front of me. So Fran did not understand what was going on. I told her I wanted a side of black beans and I wanted one cheese enchilada. Now I knew I wasn't going to eat all the cheese enchilada. I just wanted the sauce on top of the cheese enchilada to mix in with my beans. And I actually, so she brought it out, she brought the plate out, and she didn't understand that I didn't want a whole plate. I just wanted, like a little side bowl. So she brought a whole plate of black beans, and in place of the rice, she put the black beans there as well. And the one cheese enchilada was fine. And it was so delicious. I cannot even tell you guys how amazing it was to eat food after not having food for about, I don't know, 4 weeks. No, I guess it wasn't 4 weeks at that time. 3 weeks. So, yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But I had one tiny, tiny bite of the enchilada and just the cheese, not the tortilla. I had a little bit of guacamole, some sour cream on top of the beans. I had about 3 bites of beans and about 3 bites of the sauce. And I was full. And I was fine. And the conversation was great. And I was talking to Sunny and we were laughing, having a great time. And then Fran, our server, she was like, "You're wasting food. Why are you wasting that food?" And I said, "Well, I told you I can't eat a lot of food." And she, gave me a look and she said, "Well, you should have shared off of Sunny's plate." Well, the problem is that Sunny's trying to lose weight with me too. He's lost 10 pounds. He's doing really good. He doesn't have a lot to lose, so he's very lucky. But sometimes when you don't have a lot to lose, those 10 pounds are the whole world to you. I mean, it's just like moving mountains. So I get it. Weight's a struggle for anybody. It doesn't matter what size you are. So he didn't have a lot of food on his plate. And yeah, I probably could have taken some of his black beans, but I didn't know she was going to bring me a whole plate of food. So I didn't eat it. And then when we were leaving, she didn't understand, and she was still kind of, like perplexed and upset. Oh, and we changed our order. Like, we always order the same thing all the time, and we changed up our order, so she was already a little flustered. Like, why are you guys changing up your order? You know, because she always, when she sees us walk in the door, she puts in our order, and it's already ready the minute we sit down. The place is so amazing. Oh, and we didn't have a margarita either, which she did not like at all. But yeah, so I used to be a social drinker, and you know, alcohol is it's fun. You know, it's fun to drink alcohol, especially by the pool or when you're with a group of friends at a bar. I have no desire to drink alcohol anymore. I don't know if that's a side effect of the surgery. I just don't want to drink it. So when I was leaving, I asked her if I could have a kid's cup to go of some iced tea, because they have really good peach tea that they make fresh. And she said, "Yeah, I'll get you some iced tea." And she brought me a huge cup of iced tea. She doesn't get it. So I don't know if I want to put myself in that environment. I know part of having the surgery is changing your attitudes towards food and changing your lifestyle. And that is definitely part of my lifestyle, going to the same Mexican restaurant every single weekend. On Friday nights, like clockwork, we go to this restaurant in Los Angeles. So I don't know. We'll see. So that was that. That was the start of my foray into food, and it just went downhill from there. So next up, I love Sarah's Facebook page with all the food that people are eating. I think it's really, really good, and I really enjoy it. And one thing I learned from there, was the wonton recipe. So you put the wontons in the cupcake or muffin tin, and you know, you can cook stuff in it. And the first thing I did was cook some eggs, and it was delicious. I love the wontons. If I was Oprah, I would say that. I love wontons. They're so good. They're so crispy. They're so delicious, and I highly recommend that you try it. And I've done it with so many things. So did it with eggs, add a little bit of cheese. Also did it with some little fake meat stuff. It's, let's see, I think it's Gardein. It's the Chef Talrona, and they sell it in your freezer and at your local grocery store. It's little beef cubes. They're tiny little cubes. And I did that with some vegetable broth and onions, and mixed it all together. You know, sauteed it and mixed it all together, and then put it in the cups and a little bit of cheese. Delicious. Also did taco salad, which was amazing, with fake I can never think of these products that I get, the fake meat stuff, but they're really good. I know a lot of people are like rolling their eyes like, oh, that's so disgusting. But they're really good, and they have a lot of protein, and they're very low in fat, and they're delicious. Morningstar, yeah, they have the veggie crumbles. That's what it is. Morningstar veggie crumbles, and did it with the taco meat. And a little bit of Trader Joe's has 3 cheese, fat-free, reduced calorie cheese that's delicious. Okay, so those are all the things I made with the wontons. And I'll have like one. I started off with just one wonton, and I chewed it slow, and it was great. First day, fine. Second day, totally fine. Third day, not so good. So the third day, I had 2 wontons, because I was doing like 1.5. So I thought, I'm going to go up to 2. Went up to 2. And then something happened. It was a feeling in my stomach that like it was going to come up. Like, it wasn't necessarily like acid reflux, but it was something else. It was like a pressure in my stomach. And so I thought, well, I have to go to the bathroom. And I went to the bathroom, and nothing happened. I thought, okay, I'm going to lie down. So I went and I lied down, and 2 minutes later, I said, I'm going to throw up. And I threw up, and it was a different kind. I'm sorry, this is really gross, but it wasn't food when I threw up. It was had actually been mixed, and it was, there were chunks, and it came out of my mouth, and it went all over the bathroom, and it was such a mess, and it went all over the toilet. I got it on my feet, I got it on my shirt, I had to go change. It was so disgusting, but after I did it, I felt much better. So I realized I cannot have 2 wontons. I can have 1 and 1.5, but I can't have 2, not just yet. And then another setback was that it's the scale. I hate the scale. I love the scale. I hate the scale. I'm the type of person that I can just do it one time a day, and I won't obsess about it. I used to, get on the scale every single day 3 times a day, but I don't do that anymore. So just once in the morning, and I gained weight. Yeah, so let me give you some numbers. When I started my whole journey, I was 312 pounds. Now that wasn't my highest because I have had some success on certain diets and working out. But 312 is when I started my whole journey. The first time I went to visit the surgeon. And then I was 308 when I went into the hospital. And today, right now, at this minute, I am 280 pounds. Now, I did get down to 278 before I started eating solid foods. So I've gained 2 pounds. And it could be from the solid food, which is fine. It could be from the fact that I haven't had time to work out this week. I've been so busy with my job, which I'm lucky to work at home, and I'm a writer and working on music and composing. I have a big show coming up, and I have just been crazy busy this week, so I didn't work out. And I had meetings where they met at the same time as my aerobics class that I go to, and I decided that I'm going to at least walk the dog around the block a couple times, and we have a track at our park, so I've done the track a couple times as well. And I've noticed I have more energy. Now, I haven't been napping, which is really good because I was napping every single day. So I have a lot more energy, and I feel really good. I just had to slow it down. So no more wontons for me for now. What I'm doing is usually I'll have a little bit of scrambled eggs in the morning with a tiny little half piece of veggie sausage, Morningstar Farms veggie sausage, which I love. And then for lunch, I'll do a shake. And then for dinner, usually I'll have a little bit of whatever Sonny eats. He's Indian. He's from India. And so I said that kind of weird. He's from India. He likes curry dishes. He likes different things like that. So if he'll make something, I'll have a little bit of paneer, which is Indian cheese, which is really soft. Or I'll have cottage cheese, or I'll have lentils if he makes lentils and black beans. So I'll have a little bit of protein at night, not a lot, and I'm fine. I'll have 3 bites. I'm not hungry. It's totally fine. I don't have cravings. I don't have physical hunger cravings. I have mental cravings for sure. I want to know when I can have mac and cheese again because I love macaroni and cheese, and I want to have some pizza. Yeah, pizza wontons. I could probably make that. I don't know how that would taste. Wontons and mac and cheese, though, I bet that's really good. But there's no protein in that. Well, a little bit in the cheese, but never mind. Okay, I digress. Yeah, so I slowed it way back. And another thing that I've been doing is I'm doing the protein shake for lunch, and then I'm also doing the protein shake at night as a treat. And I don't know if that's good or bad, before bed to have a protein shake in your system. But I don't drink it like right before bed. I'll have it, let's say, 8 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock at night. And I usually don't go to sleep until anywhere between 11:30 and 12:30 is usually my bedtime. Sometimes later with work stuff. So yeah, I know it's been a rough week. I've seen some videos on the YouTube, and I know a lot of people have been having some tough times. So yeah, hang in there, everyone. I'm hanging in there myself. There's a lot of people I want to thank. I didn't write anybody's name down, but I've been watching all the videos. I subscribe to a lot of people, and yeah, there's well, I'll get into it in my next video, but there's someone that I've been following for a long time. He said that he had the surgery 3 or 4 years ago, and I'm really inspired by him, and he stopped making videos once he reached his goal weight, and then I didn't hear from him anymore, and I thought, well, that's wonderful, it's great. And then he popped up again this week, so that was exciting. And I should probably do a whole video with a shout out to him and some other people, but yeah, I'm really busy right now, so that's what's going on, and I'm glad that I'm busy because I'm not thinking about food as much. This is my office down in here. We're in my office, and you can kind of see my microphone right there, yeah. So I do recording, I do music, and I'm really busy. And when I'm down here, I don't think about food. I just think about working. I get thirsty, and I do try and get my water in. And follow all those rules. But I think what I'm going to take away from this week is, excuse me, I'm going to really slow it down on my food intake of what I'm eating. I'm going to make sure, I mean, I've been chewing and everything's fine, but I'm going to make sure that, after I have one wonton, I'm going to make sure that I'm full, or if I want to have another one, that I've got room for it. And I'm also going to try and work out and go back and really commit to it and make it part of my schedule again, because I used to do that. It used to be a big part of my daily routine. So I'm going to try and do that, and I started a playlist. I started an iTunes playlist of motivational songs, or songs that'll get me either moving, when I go for a walk, or that are just beautiful songs that are inspirational to me. And one thing I like about, I don't care about going around the block, because there's not a lot to look at on my street, or the street over. But we have a park right down the road, and I do like going on the track of the park because you can see the Hollywood Hills, which is really exciting, and I like looking at the mountains and the sky. And so this is so cheesy, but I listen to some really great motivational songs, and that helps me. And I have never been able to run. I probably haven't ran since high school, and I graduated high school in 1991. So I'm not running yet, but my goal is to run on the track. But when I hear the music and certain songs make me want to run, and there's a song by Melissa Etheridge, I Run for Life, and she wrote it when she was battling cancer. And not to say that I feel like I'm battling cancer or to minimize it, but it is a struggle, and it's a great anthem for anyone that's going through a struggle. And this is a huge, huge, huge struggle for me. Just to change my lifestyle and to really get moving and get out there. So when I play that song, it makes me happy. I get emotional, and I run a little bit, not a lot. I guess jog, maybe a slow jog, like a turtle pace. But it's all good. Okay, you guys, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you guys have a good week, and thank you all for the wonderful comments. And yeah, so I'm going to keep it up. I'm going to make those goals, and I'll see you next week. Thanks, guys.